There's a quiet lie that most people spend their entire lives chasing. If you just find your dream job, everything will finally feel right. That one day, you'll wake up excited. That work will feel like play. That life will finally make sense. But what if I told you your dream job is still a job, still comes with expectations, still comes with pressure, still comes with mornings where you stare at the ceiling, wondering if you really want to do this again. And yet, we build our entire lives around chasing it. Hello there. My name is Grandpa T, an old thinker, sitting quietly while the world rushes by. I've watched people chase titles, salaries, passions, only to arrive and feel the same emptiness they were trying to escape. So today, let's talk about something deeper. Not to take away your hope, but to redirect it somewhere more honest. The idea of a dream job is beautiful. It gives people something to hold on to, a reason to keep going. But beauty doesn't always mean truth. You see, we've been taught to compress our entire existence into one thing. What do you do? As if your life can be summarized by a job title, as if meaning only exists in productivity. So we search, we experiment, we sacrifice years, trying to find that one perfect role that will make everything click. But here's what most people don't realize. Even if you find it, it won't feel the way you imagined, because the moment something becomes required, it changes. Passion turns into performance. Curiosity turns into obligation. Freedom turns into structure. Think about the things you love doing late at night with no pressure, no expectations, no deadlines. Now imagine someone standing behind you, telling you when to start, when to stop, how to improve, how to monetize it. Suddenly, it feels different, not bad, but heavier. That's what happens to your dream job, not because it's wrong, but because you turned it into something you must do. So if the job isn't the issue, what is? It's the way your life is structured. Most people don't hate working. They hate having no control over their time. They hate waking up already behind. They hate feeling like their life is being dictated. You could be doing something you love, but if you feel trapped doing it, you'll still feel miserable. Because humans don't just crave purpose, we crave autonomy. Let me simplify it for you. You don't want a dream job. You want freedom. Freedom to wake up without dread. Freedom to choose how your day unfolds. Freedom to rest without guilt. Freedom to work without pressure consuming you. And here's the truth most people are afraid to admit. If you had complete freedom, you might still choose to work, but you would do it differently, at your pace, on your terms, without your entire identity depending on it. Now, I know some of you are listening to this and thinking, that sounds nice, but that's not my reality. You've got responsibilities, bills to pay, expectations to meet. You don't have the luxury to just choose freedom, and you're right. But listen carefully. Freedom isn't always something you have. Sometimes it's something you build, piece by piece, moment by moment. Before we go deeper, if this message is resonating with you, take a second, hit the like button so this reaches someone else who feels the same way. Subscribe if you want more honest conversations like this. And in the comments, tell me this. If money and fear didn't exist, what would your day actually look like? Not the fantasy, but the honest version. Now here's where your perspective begins to shift. Your current job, the one you might resent, doesn't have to be your enemy. It can be your foundation. Think of it like this. You're not stuck in your job. You're using it. It's funding your skills, your experiences, your future opportunities. It's a tool. But tools only work if you use them intentionally, because if you don't, you'll slowly start to believe that this is all your life will ever be. And that belief is far more dangerous than the job itself. People think freedom comes from one big moment: quitting your job, starting something new, taking a massive risk. But real freedom is usually quiet. It looks like learning a skill after work, saving a little more than you spend, saying no when you used to say yes, reclaiming small pieces of your time. It doesn't feel dramatic. It feels almost invisible. But over time, those small choices start to compound. And one day, you look around and realize your life feels different, lighter, more yours. Here's where most people lose themselves. They wait. I'll be happy when I find my dream job. I'll start living when things settle down. I'll feel free when I make more money. But life doesn't reward waiting. It moves, with or without you. And if you keep postponing your life, you might wake up one day and realize you've been alive, but not living. Let me give you an image. Imagine a bird born inside a cage. It grows up believing that flying means moving from one side of the cage to the other. And one day, someone opens the door, but the bird hesitates because the cage is familiar, safe, predictable, and the sky, too big, too uncertain. So it stays, not because it can't leave, but because it never learned how. That's what happens to people. We get so used to structure that even when freedom becomes possible, we don't know how to step into it. So what should you actually strive for? Not the perfect job, not the perfect life, but a life that feels worth living, a life where your work supports your existence, not consume it, where your identity isn't tied to what you do, but expanded by how you live, where you don't need to escape your life, because you're not trapped in it. Start small. Reclaim your mornings, even if it's just 10 minutes. Protect your energy like it actually matters, because it does. Question the things you've accepted as normal, and most importantly, stop putting your entire life on hold for a version of success you haven't even defined for yourself, because clarity doesn't come from thinking alone. It comes from living, experimenting, adjusting. So no, your dream job won't save you, because no job can carry that kind of responsibility. But your choices, your direction, your willingness to build something better, that's where your freedom lives. So if you can't escape yet, then prepare. If you can't change everything, then change something. If you can't live your ideal life today, then take one step toward it. Because a meaningful life isn't found, it's built. I've watched enough people chase the wrong things to know where that road leads, and I don't want that for you. So take your time, but don't waste it. I'm Grandpa T, just an old thinker, reminding you to build a life you don't need to escape from. I'll see you in the next thought.